cold outside today. Fortunately, I've got one of these Railbird hoodies to keep me warm. If you're interested in getting your own Railbird hoodie for the winter, links down below. Everything that comes from the merch store will go back into the channel, and I appreciate it. Now let's go. Alright guys, today we got PDN skill level 8 versus Uriel skill level 5. Lagging for the break. I'm going to warn you in advance, this video involves a drunk PDN. PDN wins the lag. PDN's going to break on to rack 1. Alright, PDN breaking rack 1. Five ball goes down. 9 and the 3 get in the way of the 1 ball. I think I can still see an edge of it though. I'm using a template to rack through most of this match. It's the old version of the turtle rack. They've updated the shape of it. I like it though. It's a good template. Turtle rack if you're out there. So what I'm looking at right now is I'm trying to see my line. If I can get the cue ball through here, away from the side pocket, bring the cue ball up here. Put a little bit of draw on it, which is not necessary. So I stun it into the 2 ball and hold it for him. Good start. Now comes the topic of the video. I believe he's a little intimidated, didn't really want to be there for this. I'm not really sure. He's got a good game. I've actually watched him play before. When he slows down and hits the ball regularly, he shoots well, but he really just smacking balls around. Side of the 3, end up leaving him hooked anyway. Was hoping to that spin would hold it over here. Would have left him an edge anyway, but probably would have left him a shot. He smashes it again, leaves me ball in hand. I'm trying to see where the 2 ball can go. At this point, I'm trying to think about my shot, but I'm also trying to figure out why he's just smashing balls around, because I've seen him play before. And I'm a little annoyed because I want to give you guys some good content on the channel. And I kind of let it get into my head. And I just chucked the 1 ball. Hit it hard, would have left it hooked behind the 2 and the 4, but I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I do realize immediately what I did, so I stopped chucking balls around. But he also slows his stroke down and starts actually playing pool. I think on this shot here, he was trying to actually get the cue ball around here, which is a pretty good shot. You can just shoot the 4 and stun it up for the 5-6 up there. Or the 6-7 up there. He smacks it. Scratches. So my question to you guys is, what do you do when your opponent isn't taking the match seriously? Or they're doing, you know, what he's doing, whether it be frustration or whatever the case may be. Because I've heard a lot of opinions on how people would handle it from, you know, I would just start smacking them around too if they're not going to take it seriously. I'm not going to take it seriously. But what I decided to do instead was just focus up and try to play a good game. You can see here I just lined up this shot line right here. I want to leave this ball in this area so I can have an angle to come out. I overroll it. So now I'm kind of stuck. I'm trying to see if I can go forward, run the cue ball up to here. That's one thing. But what I'm afraid of is I'm going to underhit it and leave the cue ball here, or leave the cue ball up against this rail. So I try to stick to the game plan, but I don't have the angle. I knew I didn't have the angle. I just wanted to try to make it happen. Fortunately, I can still see the 9 ball. And there you go. PDN's up 7-3, going into rack 2. All right, PDN breaking off rack 2. 5 ball, 1 ball, 3 ball. Not bad. I can see the 2 ball. 2 ball goes into the side. What I'm probably gonna have to do is just put a little bit of draw and spin and pull the cue ball this way for the 4. If I hit the rail, it's not bad. If I hold it, I don't want to be too short, but just trying to run the cue ball through the line where it is right now. I get it pretty close to the rail, but I got enough room. So you can see I just marked this part of the rail here. So if I hit that part of the rail, I'll be going into this shot line, you know, the shot line speech. Now on this shot here, I'm going to play the 6 into the side, and I'm actually looking at playing this into the 3rd rail, just to come around the 7. Play a little tight, so yeah, so I bumped the 7 ball there. You can see here, I'm trying to look at bringing the cue ball up into this area. So we're just gonna probably spin this with some left and just bring it again across the table. And there we go. You see it's running with the shot line of the 8 ball going into the side, so if I overhit that by a foot or 2, I can still see the 8, so it's not bad. On this one here, I think I have enough angle actually where I can just play this into the rail and bring it back up for the 9. So I just do a little bit of high inside. Too much inside. I probably could have just gone a little bit less inside and a little bit more speed, but all right, break and run rack 2, on to rack 3. All right, here we go, rack 3. Uriel switched to the regular rack because he feels like I have an advantage, but you can see the center line on his rack is bad, so the 5 should, yep. So the 5 hits over here. I skipped the ball off the table, that's on me. 8 ball goes down, but it's a dead ball. APA 9 ball rules, if a ball comes off or if it's involved in a foul, then it does not count for either player. So from this point on, he uses the regular rack because he feels like I have an advantage. The only advantage I have with the regular rack is that the rack is tight and that you can actually break the balls. If you know how to break, you're gonna make balls with a template over using a loose plastic rack. I'm going to try to hit this 3 ball here. That's what I just walked around to look. I'm seeing if I can stun off this 1 and just take, I just want to catch an edge of the 3 ball because then I can roll out and still have shape for the 2. I miss it by about 5-6 inches. Got my shape on the 2. Don't really have much for the 3. Not even a lot of safety options just because of where it's lying. I mean, there are some. I'm seeing if I can go around. Will I have enough room to go around and come, you know, go around the table and come up this way? I don't think I do, so I'm actually just looking for the middle of the table up here. But I catch the 6 ball. Just a little bit. Still kind of in the range where I wanted to be. Judgment's a little impaired. I did have a couple drinks. I took a shot just before they called me to play this match, and I think at the end of this rack somebody brings me a shot, and once I've been drinking I can't say no, so I have another one. It becomes a little apparent later. So we're just going to try to bank this 3 ball. It's a little aggressive, but we did it. Don't like where I ended up on the 6 ball. I'm gonna have to be bridging over it to get to the 4, which is kind of annoying. Also, the 6 is kind of in the way of my shape. If I want to go across the table, like if I'm trying to go this way, I'm looking at the 6 ball and the side pocket, so I gotta squeeze between the 6 and the side. I overhit it a little bit. Now, it's APA, so points count, so going for the 5-9 combo here is no good, so I'm going to try to Z shoot the 5 ball in, because I think, I didn't even look at it, but I think the 9 is in front of the pocket. A little bit more than it was. It wasn't blocking the pocket that much. I scratch anyway. But I thought for sure that I was going to be able to bring that ball around and it was going to go in off the 9. I thought I'd be able to get the 9 out of the pocket a little bit so I could shoot the 6 from up in the front of the table. Just quick, drunk decisions. He plays really well here on this one. Gets really good shape on this ball. Drives that one into the rail, just plays it too fast, leans into his shot a little bit. He's obviously not comfortable. He was comfortable with the filming of the match. I asked him repeatedly, you know, hey, you guys okay with this? The whole team agreed. I said, we don't have to record it if you don't want to. And he's like, no, I don't care. Go ahead. And then he played this way. I'm using inside here to check this onto the short rail, so I have a straight shot. I didn't want to risk losing it out here and having something funky. I have plenty of room, but I just wanted to make it a little softer for myself. So there we go, 24-5, and we're on to rack 4. All right, here we go. He's racking with the rack again, and it is loose, so trying to push those. I know those middle balls, the 6 and the 9, aren't going to move, so I'm trying to make something happen with them. Put a little bit of cut on it, didn't hit it well. This the spot on this table has a really big crater in it. This is a great kick shot here. He just gets really unlucky that it rolls up behind the 3. He makes contact with the 2, but then he scratches, so it's just not working well for him. But then again, he's overhitting most of his shots right now. Looking to see if my 3 ball passes the 6. It does, so I got to figure out how I want to get there. I've got traffic here, so I can't run it around this way, and I can't run it around this way. So I'm just going for a draw. You can see I put the cue down. I'm just trying to draw it here. I want to be on this shot line right here. So I just draw it back and try to get on that shot line. Get pretty close to it. Now we're just going to go across the table, a little bit of bottom left, bring this towards the 4 ball. Just got to get past the 9 again. And then again, we've got room from here to go into this rail. So you see where I'm touching right there? So from here to there, from this spot to here is what I'm looking at. So I just got to make it hit that. Again, a little bit of left spin. We get a little closer to the 6 than we wanted to, but we're still in great shape. Now I'm looking at the 7. The 7 doesn't go anywhere. The 9's blocking a lot of my window for getting to the 7. If I play the 7 off the 8, I'm going to send the 8 up the table the wrong direction. So I'm just going to play bank shape here when I get to it, because I don't really see anything other than the 7. And by the time I get to it, it's going to be pretty hard to get a good safety off of it. So I just bring this out for bank shape. And I shoot a really bad bank, but I get lucky. And then I get unlucky. He said something to me about getting lucky. And in my head, I was just like, you're just firing at everything right now. What are you talking about? So I stand up. I'm trying to put inside spin on that one to hold it, to slow down the cue ball and just make a contact here. I stood up in the middle of my shot, probably a little flustered, kind of annoyed with myself, and yeah. So he's got the 9 ball dead into the side, and he misses it. Hits the table. He's not feeling great right now. All right, 9 balls in. Score's 32-7. We're on to rack 5 now. Oh, look at that 1 ball just wobbled right over after I checked the rack. Breaking rack 5. 1 ball got me. Made the wrong wing ball. Looks like the 7's gonna go too. All right, 6 and 7 are gone. That's what I'm talking about, the crater and the dot. It's... people like to beat on that head ball like it's gonna make their rack tighter. And all you're doing is denting the cloth and causing a problem. Now I gotta take a 2-rail kick here because I can't play a push shot, so I just kick at the 1. I overhit it, and yeah. A little frustrated. He makes his 1, moves the 2 ball out into the open. Sorry, the wife is messaging me from Asia. Misses his 2 ball wide, though. Doesn't leave me a lot of anything. Alright, so I do this really weird thing when I've been drinking, where I bend over the table and watch the roll of the ball. I get really interested in the spin and where everything's going, and it's really, really hard for me to watch. It's very goofy looking. You might not have even noticed it if I don't point it out to you. However, it's hard for me to watch. Go easy on me in the comments, okay? Yeah. And it gets worse as the match goes on. And then it stops. I start chugging Diet Cokes, and I start feeling the shot that somebody brought over to me and realize that I'm probably a little drunk. He makes a great shot on the 2 ball here. Leaves himself a perfect angle to play this 3 and break these balls up. Hits it really hard, though. Leaves himself a really long 4 ball. Definitely not necessary to hit it that hard when you're trying to break stuff up. Makes a good shot on his 4, leaves a good 5. Almost cheeses in the 5. Leaves me hooked though, so. I'm looking at a 2-railer into it to send the 5 this way. I'm hoping to hit it square so I can hold the cue ball on this end of the table. Do part of it. Almost cheesed in the 9 ball. Just trying to create separation, give him a long shot. The way he's hitting, I don't think he's going to hit any long shots, just because of how he's firing at everything so hard. He leaves me a 5. I'm actually going to play this with a little bit, just top. I'm going to run this into the rail and try to bring it back out here. I don't have faith in my ability to hold it here, so I just run it by it. Looking at the different angles for the 9 ball. I'm trying to decide if I want to punch it here and come out, or if I want to go into the rail and come out this way. I don't really have the angle to get down on it and draw, so I go into the rail, but I don't really look at it too well. I remember this one. I go on the wrong side of it. Just absolute wrong side of the 9 ball. Pretty annoyed. This is actually a really tough shot. And I'm obviously annoyed at myself, so I don't think I expected to make it when I was at the table. I played that one so poorly. And I'm watching the ball roll. Ugh. Alright, he makes a 9 ball. First one, I think. 36-13. Uriel to break. Rack 6 coming up. Alright, Uriel breaking. I gave him a template rack so he could have an unfair advantage. He breaks dry. Every ball on the table moved, though. Now right here, what I noticed was there was this giant wall of balls in the middle of the table, so it's going to be really hard for me to miss a safety. I can put these 2 balls as far away from each other as possible and leave a bunch of obstructions. He makes a great 2-rail contact and cheeses in the 8 ball, so that's fine. Wouldn't leave me much of anything if he didn't make the 8 ball, so he makes a good shot. But anytime you see a wall like that on the table, when you're playing 9 ball, or if you're playing 8 ball and it's a wall of yours that are blocking theirs, then, you know, it's a higher percentage to hide them. I don't know what I do here. I don't know if I'm trying to bank this ball. I don't remember. No, I do. I try to bank it. Ugh. So he's got a 1-9 combo if he wants it. If he fires at it, we'll see where the 1 ball goes. He does fire at it, and the 1 ball goes off the 9, off the 4, and into the side, so he makes a 1 ball. So he'll have to settle for 1 point instead of 2. Just misses his 2 ball. Scratches. I've got a pretty wide open table here. I don't see a lot of problems. I should be able to finish this one. I didn't really watch too much of this portion of the match because it's hard for me to watch myself when I'm being the drunk guy. I play this ball into the rail. You see the shot line here on the 3, and now I'm rolling directly into it. So that's why I played that shape. I didn't want to try to cross the shot line and hold it for shape, so I just picked this spot to bounce into. This is just going to be a gentle roll forward. Same here, I just got to get past the 7, so anywhere on this line I should be good. Now, I don't want to go around these balls and try to hold this for the 6. I just went and looked at the line there. I think I remember this as me playing this one into the rail. Actually, I might even play this with forward spin and come this way so I have a better line into the 6. Again, shooting into the shot line. Yeah, high left. Try to take that 3rd rail. I don't even think I get to the 3rd rail. Underhit it a little bit, but it's okay. Nice and easy roll here. Now with this shot, we're going to take the 7 in here, and my go-to on these shots is a little bit of high right. So I'll play the ball. You see where I just tapped? I'll play the ball here, or if I spin it a little bit more, then I'll be able to play the ball like this. I just want to go into the ball, so I decided to play it off of this rail here. But just runs out of gas. It's still visible. There we go, 9 ball is down. Rack 7 on the way. All right, rack 7. This looks like it's the straightest rack he's given me as far as lining it up. So I'm going to try to make the 3 here. Try to make the 1 here. Nope. I'm making him re-rack it. I might mess it up. The 1 ball keeps rolling out. No matter how hard you try. I mean, and it's a delayed reaction because it's just a really dumb slope into the pit. I wave it off, think this is the best we've got. So what I'm going to try to do is throw a cut break at it, and the 1 should be coming back this way. So I cut it and the 1 ball doesn't even move, which tells me the 1 ball was off the head balls again. So instead of coming off of the 2nd row of balls, it was actually in front of it. So it bounces into them and goes this way instead of coming off of them and going that way. Still make a ball on the break though, so not the end of the world. Go for the 1-3 combo, try to bring the cue ball into this area right here. It comes up short, but it's kind of a blessing in disguise because I ended up in a spot where I can go around and get up behind the 2 ball to play the 2 ball this way. This is just running forward. Try to get my cue ball out into this area. Comes off of it at a little bit of an angle. You can see I hit the rail there, so I didn't hit it exactly straight. I hit a little straighter. I might get my cue ball to about here, so not bad. But my problem with this particular shot is I don't have much of a gap to get close to the 9. So again, I land in between shots. The right spin doesn't grab. I was trying to aim at maybe hitting the 8 or leaving it close to the 8. I end up on the wrong side of the 6. So I've got to look at taking this several rails and trying to get back on that 7. So we're going to send this one on a bit of a ride. A little bit of high right spin. Get it out of this pocket. We take this one 4 rails back up for the 7. I might even hit the 5th rail. Nope, stops before the 5th rail, so now I'm 2 straight in. I could pop this ball and send it forward, but I don't feel like doing any trick shots right now, so I'm just going to try to hold it and draw back a bit. I draw back a lot. I almost draw it into the pocket. I'll leave it spinning. I've got a really, really tight bank shot here. Cue ball is going to be moving, so I'm kind of looking at it right now to see if it's really a thing. Catch the point on the bank again and cheesing another one. That is 2 now that I just missed my bank and end up making it in the corner across the table. Got a really tough shot on the 9 ball here. Drain the 9 ball, that's another break and run. And we are on to rack 8. PDN needs 11. Uriel needs 23. Next track coming up. All right, breaking it off. There we go. Dry break. Dry break. Cue ball is stuck to the 1 ball. He plays an interesting shot here. If he plays that a little bit lighter, he leaves the cue ball over here. 1 ball's pretty much in the same spot. I've got nothing. I've got a rail first. I'm just trying to hide the cue ball. I don't do a great job at it. I didn't want to hit the 7. I was hoping to leave the 7 in between the cue ball and the 1 ball, but I didn't really think it out. He leaves me another 2 rail kick. I'm going to send the 9 ball flying, so probably want to hit this one with pace. I don't remember how I hit it. A little bit of pace, yeah. I'm not bending over watching the shots as hard anymore because I'm starting to sober up a bit. He just fires at the 1. Didn't have a pocket to put it over there, so I don't know if he was trying to stab at the 9 ball or not. Now this one, the cue ball is naturally going to roll towards the 4 and the 2. It's going to try to go this way. I'm hoping to catch more of the 4 than I did, but the 4 ball gets out of the way, which is really, really lucky for me. So now I've got a combo here. Now, when I shoot this shot, I'm thinking I can go into the rail and come out around the 9. I don't like going behind the 9 because I think I'm going to hit it. I end up hitting it very poorly. So like usual, when I hit a poor shot, I tend to follow it up with an even worse shot. I know I've got plenty of room to hide the 2 ball up the table. He kicks at the 2 ball again, scratches again, this time in the side. Now we got pretty much a stop shot right here. You can see from the shadow of where my cue is, that's actually the shot line that I want to be on, so that's great. Then we can just run this cue ball near the 5. We don't want to pass the 5. So I'm just trying to go to the middle of the table or maybe a little bit by it. I overhit this one, send it to the other side of the 5. Now I can no longer see the 4. I can see part of it, I just can't see it all. I don't remember if I'm trying to bank this or if I'm just trying to create separation again. Still bending over looking at balls like an idiot. He just jabs at the 4. I don't know if he was going for the 6 there or what. He just jabs at the 4. Doesn't really take a look at it or anything. We're gonna check our line, see if we can run this cue ball over here for the 5. Less squiggly though. I come off the 5 after missing the shot. Leave him a tough 4 ball, but it's still very makeable. He's just coming off the rail. He smashes at it again. Cue ball holds up in the pocket. At this point, I'm pretty much convinced he's not even trying anymore. So I'm going to play this 4 all the way up the table. I've got new motivation. Stun this one over for shape on the 5. I end up a little bit straight in. I was originally trying to just run it up the rail this way, but I'm pretty close to the pocket, so I go inside this line a little bit. It's okay. Now in my head, looking at if I want to come around, but I'm coming off the shot line if I do that. If I aim for here instead, then if I overrun it, I still have a shot. So I'm just kind of looking at playing the 8 ball here, and this is a backup instead of trying to put it in the side pocket first, if that makes sense. So we're just going to give this one some light left spin. I underhit it, probably a half an inch. Maybe an inch. So I'm gonna hit this with forward and right spin to bring it back up here, but I hit it poorly. Hit it very poorly. Sometimes force follow shots are really tough. We tend to make them harder than we mean to. This one here, I knew I hit this one with speed to try to hold the, if I miss, hold the cue ball here kind of thing, and send the 9 up the table. Wasn't super confident of that shot, but I wanted the speed to be right. I just wanted to give him a tough look at it. He scratches again, and it gives me the 9 ball. So now, I just need 1 point. On to the last rack. Alright, PDN breaking. Needs 1 ball. Bye. 2 ball gone. Cue ball does not go down. I thought it was going to. And yeah, that's the match. He's going to let me shoot at the 1 to try to run out the table or whatever, but it's on the wrong side of the side pocket. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Again, in the comments, let me know what you guys would do if you have an opponent that just doesn't want to play and is just firing at balls. It's yeah, it's a confusing one for me. I don't know. I'm liking the whole just like, let's just settle in and take it on kind of thing, but I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Doesn't cost you anything, really helps out the channel. Again, merch is available down below. Just check the links, look at it, see what you like. A lot of cool stuff. I've got a few more of these to record today, so I'm going to jump right into that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.